Hello everyone, Donnie Wanders here, and today I have wandered to Stonewall Park on the St. Mary's River in Sherbrooke, Nova Scotia. The hike starts going uphill. There's Dave up there. You won't miss him today in his orange coat. When we started the trail, it branched off immediately, and we took the right trail. We don't know what this facility is, but it says it looks like a sports field, maybe a school. And I guess the trail just continues on this way. The little path where we started just took like kind of a loop through these woods over here down to this road, and now we've come to this clearing and it says welcome to Stonewall Park. So I think now we're actually in the park, maybe. That was just a little side trail. Wasn't sure why this was called Stonewall Park, but I'm starting to get a sense of why. Big old stone wall. Wow, this is a long wall.
Maybe it's related to
The Bears Lake Mystery walls? It's a little messier than the Mystery walls and not the same stone, but very similar construction. Wow, this is really kind of neat. Jeez, that's a big wall. It'd be so much work. Huh. Yeah, it carries on. So that way is the picnic area, it looks like. And then this way is the hiking trail with lookoffs. So, shall we go to the lookoffs? Let's go. We're getting close to the river now because we can hear it. Oh yeah, and the lookoff is just in front of me. Can you hear that? I hope you can hear the sound of the river. And here's a little lookoff platform behind me. Beautiful. There's another lookoff down there. We'll go check that one out in just a second. How lovely. There's a sign here next to this lookoff, and it says that this property was donated by C.W. Anderson, and it looks like it says here the lands were protected thanks to the conservation ethic of the Anderson family of Sherbrooke, who wished to see the natural features of their property preserved in perpetuity for future generations to enjoy. It is named in honor of C.W. Anderson, who, as a mill owner, shipbuilder, and general store proprietor, was a key figure in Sherbrooke in the early 1900s. And it's 110 acres and protects over 1,000 meters of shoreline on the St. Mary's River. That's, boy, that is not a common thing to have that much river frontage protected here in Nova Scotia. What a gift. Headed down now to the next lookoff. These tight little switchbacks on this steep slope. And there's let me just show you here, there's the lookoff that I just showed you, typically a look-off that's higher has the better view, but I'm thinking that this lower look-off is going to be the one with the great view. I believe there is one more look-off. So many good look-offs here. Ooh, I loves me a good look-off. Yeah, another one. Oh, gorgeous. Beautiful waterfall. Little fall. That road just below us right here, that's the number 7 highway. It goes down the entire eastern shore. Isn't that pretty? Little cormorant taking off there. A couple of them. Ooh, they're down in the water. Something that's really neat about this park, aside from the really cool stone walls, is that the look-offs, you start to reach these, you start up top, and typically the best look-offs, I always think, are the ones that are at the highest elevations. But we started at the high one, that was great, and then did the switch back down to another one just behind me here. That one was good, and this one's even lower again, but the views keep improving. Just left the look-offs, and this trail leads us to a little picnic area in a crossroads of trails. There's a picnic table here. I'm slightly out of breath because I walked slightly uphill. What a great trail, and nobody here. It's a Saturday in May. Nice weather, no bugs yet, and yet we seem to have the whole place to ourselves. Now, mind you, we are in Guysborough County, which is there's not a ton of people down here, like it's not a well-populated area, but it still always puzzles me when I go out on these trails and I have the whole place to myself. They're just so beautiful. I always wonder, like, what are people doing with their Saturdays? If you're not out in the woods, you're wasting your day. Back in the Stonewall portion of the park. My God, these stone walls must have taken an enormous amount of work to make. I mean, there's so many of them. They do kind of remind me of the Bears Lake Mystery Walls, which is a much smaller structure than what's here in Halifax. I made a video about that, and I'll put a link in the description. But like, wow, that's a lot of work. And if these were here before, like the sign said that C.W. Anderson was here around like one of the most influential folks living in this area in the 1900s, then that would have been all handwork, maybe using horses or oxen, but just so much work. The park is mostly like bare trail, kind of like what Dave is walking on up ahead of me there. But there's a few boardwalks and things here too. This one has a little bridge crossing over this beautiful little water course. Show you downstream too. I just love a tiny water course. I don't know why, I just think they're so pretty with all the moss and kind of a mess, like it's kind of messy and chaotic, but still really beautiful. just coming out of the park, taking the path, back on the path that we took in. That was about 2 kilometers, a couple of little loops that sort of made like a figure 8 was the path that we ended up going on. We're just under 2 kilometers. It's a great little park, and I think I'll go have a quick look at the river before we take off. But if you're ever down around the St. Mary's region, I guess, in Sherbrooke, come check out Stonewall Park. It's lovely. And if you were really smart, you would come here in between June 1st and I think September 30th and check out the Salmon Museum, which is just behind me here. I have never been in this Salmon Museum, but I hear that it's really great. I should mention too that the St. Mary's River is a legendary river for salmon and trout, I think too, but it's primarily known as a salmon river. It's been degraded, of course, like all of our rivers over the last 100 or so years, degraded by a number of things that I won't get into at the moment. But it is a world-class salmon river that people still do fish and still catch salmon. All catch and release now. But I would love to come and visit this little museum at some point. So stay tuned for that sometime in the future. I will get here. There's the Salmon Museum across the highway there, and I'm just in this picnic park. And there's one more lookoff here. And we'll see if what I said earlier. Oh, there's loons. Or something, mergansers. They're not loons. I got excited. Wow, beautiful. So what I was saying before I got distracted by those birds, let's see if what I said before is true about the lookoff. The lower the lookoffs here, the more scenic they are. Isn't that just gorgeous? I'm going to wrap it up here as I stroll along this lovely little picnic park area next to the river. It's just down below me here, and the Salmon Museum is just over here behind me as I take a leisurely stroll back to the car. That's a really, really cute little park with like that stone wall is pretty amazing. And the lookoffs, I would suggest you do the lookoffs in the order that I did them, which was starting at the highest one, because I thought that would be the best view, but I actually think the middle lookoffs were the best view in this case. That bottom one is pretty spectacular as well. So what's great about the one that's here on the river, right, like just on the road, is you can hop out of your car and walk to it. It's only a few steps. So if you're ever down here, be sure to stop by and at least check out this picnic park. If not, check out the entire Stonewall Park. So that's it for me for today. Thank you for watching, and Donnie Wanders. We'll see you in the next one.